On with the show.
What's going on, everybody? It's another episode of the often imitated, never duplicated Voices of Misery podcast. And of course, I am one half of your dynamic duo, the nerds. I'm the nerd and you are?
Nerdette.
Arriving fashionably late to the studio.
What? I was on time.
Heard there was a big contract dispute in the locker room there. You were,
No.
You were being a diva.
I was in here at 6.
You were being a diva.
I wasn't being a diva. Like, you gave me the 10-minute warning while you're out there having a conversation, and I have literally 8 minutes to get through of my show, which I am streaming from my iPad to the TV. I had 8 minutes. I timed it perfect.
Oh, goodness.
And you're out there having a conversation where I have to pause because I can't hear, and it was the end.
I was talking to the child. Having a good conversation. About nothing. Just talking.
I can't. I need a she shed.
A what?
A she shed. A she shed.
What the
Put a TV, a nice little couch in there, throw an AC in that bitch.
A she shed?
She
shed?
Oh my god.
S-H-E?
Yes.
I've never heard of this before. You got to tell me what the hell that is. What's going on, Brian and Dee? How you guys doing today?
Instead of a man cave, that's what I need. That's what I need. A fucking spot where I can just uninterrupted fucking... I watched the freaking Penguin today. I had to pause that 10 times. Hour freaking show. Yeah. Took me like 3 hours to get through.
Mm-hmm. Texas, man. What's going on?
God.
Yeah. So what you been up to?
That's me trying to watch TV in this house. Nothing. I watched Penguin. I finally got to see the challenge episode.
Mm-hmm. Where'd you find it? On that website, the free one?
Yeah. It takes them forever. It takes them forever to post it. So I don't know. But I finally got to see. I'm not happy with who went home at all. My poor tough. CT right out.
Tough.
I don't know if he's gonna come back or not, man. He's getting old.
Aren't they all? The show's old as hell, and they keep playing the same people all the time. That's the problem that you do when you have the same cast members come back. Is you don't have a show when they're gone. The
thing with him, like the last few years, he like comes back, he's in shape. The next year, he's freaking huge. Like I don't know, like he gave up on life with his fucking
that ain't good to do.
Dad bod. Then he comes back again, and he's in shape. He was not in shape this season, and out he went.
That ain't good. To just go up and down and weight like that.
One more time. He needs to win one more.
Facts Porcupine podcast. What's up, people? So, what you haven't done anything else? Not watching any new movies or anything? A lot of new stuff's been coming out.
Really?
Yeah, that free movie site blew the hell up, man. I was watching a bunch of stuff on there today and yesterday.
Oh, stuff I've never even heard of, so I didn't bother.
Well, listen, I got something way more important to talk about, okay? We got Discovery Plus. Rachel Ray.
You wanted an excuse to get that. You've been talking about this app for like a year, because we have Max, which has the Discovery shows on there. Mm-hmm. And it's wonderful because Rachel Ray's not on there.
How are you going to have Discovery, all the stuff of Discovery except for Rachel Ray? You got Food Network and no Rachel Ray. She created that fucking network.
Like, you were like, what app don't we have? What app don't we have? Because we bundled the Hulu, Max, and Disney or whatever. So, like, what app do... What? And I'm like, I think we got them all. And you're like, well, we don't have Discovery Plus. And I'm like, what? Just get it.
Just get it.
I didn't...
There you go. It's on right now.
She's literally on the fucking TV right now.
She hasn't been off the TV. She's been pretty much on there nonstop.
Ridiculous.
Even when I'm watching something else, I make sure she's playing on the TV, and I'm watching something else. And of
on
course
your iPad?
Of course.
Unbelievable.
My goal is to consume every second of content Rachel Ray's ever created. And just having it running in the background. It's all getting into my brain through the airwaves here as it plays in the background. We're doing the show. But it's been really good, though. There's a lot of good stuff on there besides Rachel Ray. I mean, there's some good documentaries and stuff. So, may keep it after I'm done watching this stuff. Who knows?
I think those documentaries are on Max.
Are they really? Jeez. What's the point of this fucking app, then? Is Rachel Ray that big of a draw that they're like, you know what?
We can
put her by herself. Just name it the Rachel Ray app, and I'd be good with it.
I have no idea, because Shark Week I was able to get, as far as I know, everything on Max without a problem. I don't know.
He said he's going to the Burger King. He said it over there. That's your
lucky bastard.
If you had to pick one thing to eat for the rest of your life, and you only had to pick between Chipotle and Burger King.
Chipotle.
But everything's on the menu at Burger King, and everything's on the menu at Chipotle.
Chipotle. I've said that many times.
But you would only eat one thing at Chipotle.
Yeah.
Burger King, you got your choice of nuggets, fries, salads and whatnot, chicken sandwiches if you ever got...
As far as burger places, it would be Burger King.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I don't know. Cookout.
Onion rings.
Cookout's really good, but they don't have onion rings.
They don't? Oh, yeah. I don't know what the hell they have. We haven't been there in a while.
Their burgers are really good, and their fries are fucking amazing, too. I don't know.
Liam likes to watch people eat cheese.
Well, that's a weird fetish.
That's not the weirdest one, though. There's some different ones
out
there.
Well, you eat a lot of cheese, so...
Well, it depends what kind of cheese it is, because some cheese you can eat really sexy, like if you're eating...
Come on, stop.
Like mozzarella cheese sticks, and it's like really thin, and you eat it really slow, you tilt your head back, put out the tongue, it could work.
You can sprinkle some sprinkled cheese on you?
Yeah, man, you can make it work. So there are some... And what about the you know what, conversation over right there, the cream spread cheese, the one that you use for crackers, you press the button and it just sprays out, the spray cheese, you could really do something with that. It works with whipped cream. It's just the cheesy cream. The edibles are kicking in, as you can tell. It's really messing with my brain here.
The whipped cream.
The whipped cream, mama. Mama, the whipped cream. I thought it, mama. It's like one of the little waffles. Oh, Jesus. So, yeah, I've been watching that. Rate's been great. And I did watch another movie today. And I'm going to tell you what, man. My BFF had a great fucking idea and was like, got to check this movie out, called Afraid. Mm-hmm. And... immediately I'm like, this movie looks fucking stupid because it's the same thing as like every other movie that I've ever seen that ever included like AI or a computer as the bad guy. Because you know what happens, it's the same thing. People introduce technology into this fictional family's world. They're like, oh, this is great, it's so helpful. And then all of a sudden, what does the AI do? It starts learning and it starts taking over people's lives. It starts doing horrible stuff. And that's what this movie was about. It was a horror movie. And it starred the guy from Harold and Kumar. I'm not sure which one he was. I'm assuming he's Harold, because he's the Asian one, right?
Oh, okay.
And Kumar is about as non-fucking Asian name as you can get. So it was the guy. It was that Asian guy. He was in it. He's a great actor. And a bunch of no-name actors are in there, except for him. He's like the only person in it. Got really terrible reviews, and it bombed in the box office. It actually got put in the theaters, and it made like $11 million, which is like freaking shit money compared to whatever the other ones are making nowadays. But anyway, he starts off and he's this guy who works in this company and they're doing AI products, and they basically told him he has to test this stuff out of his house. He gets it, they wire it up in his house, and at first it's like the greatest thing ever, just like every other plot line that includes a computer. It's helping his family and doing all sorts of weird shit in the background, like helping the kids out, helping him in his career, and it's doing all these things because, of course, you know, it's connected to the internet, so it's basically like able to manipulate computers and everything that's connected online. And it does all these things to help them, and then they realize it's evil and have to stop using it. And a lot of crazy stuff ensues. For the sake of spoilers, that's where I will end my review of this, because I can spoil it very easily. It's still fresh in my mind. But yeah, really good movie. The critics hated it. I actually enjoyed it because it did. Well,
usually when they hate something, it's good.
Yeah.
Not all the time, but usually, like, I don't know.
Yeah. Preezy, what's up? And TJH, what's going on? How you doing? Yeah, it's if I had to give it a score, I would probably give it like a C+.
Yeah.
It was a pretty decent movie. I don't think you would like it, so you're probably gonna watch it as soon as we get off of this show. You're gonna watch it.
Nope.
Well, it was billed as a horror movie, but it wasn't scary. It had a couple of moments, but I don't know.
It's very rare when I put on a horror or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. My type of horror or my type of scary movie isn't like horror. I'd rather watch Scream, and that's not scary.
Well, Harold is not really an Asian name either. Good point. Good point, man.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Dougie and Marie. Oh, man. Dougie and his lovely wife Marie are listening to the show right now. A crazy lady has popped into the chat as well.
Holy fuck, no rave tonight.
Listen.
Stop the presses.
She must have dropped her phone and the watch part broke, so she's like, shit, what time is it? And she came in early by accident, so welcome, crazy lady. Dougie and Marie, Marie asked for some pictures of the cats. Mm-hmm. So I sent a couple pictures of the cats.
Did you send good ones?
It was the one where, I mean, what the fuck? They're just laying there. That's all cats do. That's all they do. There's
no,
the one where
there's been a couple where they pose and stuff. And now people, I've got them playing on my iPad, playing little cat games. which is the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
That's some good videos of that.
Yeah. Like, it takes them a little bit to warm up, and once they understand, like, they're, like, literally jumping all over my iPad. Mm-hmm. This afternoon, they decided to both just lay down and pass out on my iPad because the cockroach was moving. It was the cutest freaking thing ever.
Some good videos.
I wasn't able to do that with our other cats.
I will definitely share these videos. If you want to see those videos, I will share them with you. But yeah, she's on your side with the whole cat thing. She says that they're not as demanding as a dog. They give you space and love, and they may chew on you a bit when they're teething. So that's exactly what I'm. Because I am the chew toy.
When the hell have they ever chewed you?
Well, they're trying to, man. But I'm like Clint Eastwood with that freaking water gun, man. I pop, 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 pop. I'm even getting creative. I'm like lifting my leg up in the air, shooting underneath the leg. I'm doing all sorts of behind the back shots, trick shots. I'm able to get them because I'm telling you, man, that's what they want to do. They just want to eat me alive. They do not like me. Or maybe they like me too much. I don't know. But what was I saying? Oh, so about that movie, right? Oh, yeah. So this is my thing with the AI movies, is that we are making movies highlighting the dangers of AI. And they've never made one movie where AI is like this great thing. You think about I Am Robot or whatever, I Am Legend or I, Robot, whatever the hell it was called.
Yeah, but that's not a good movie. Why? How would that be a good movie?
Well, I mean, you could
if it's a good thing. That's boring. Who wants to see that?
What about the X-Men when Cerebro was kind of like another X-Men? It was a good guy, I guess, right?
You expect me to actually remember a movie that I saw years ago?
You remember when Baldy Xavier was sitting in that big ass room and he had the stuff on his head? He's like,
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
It didn't take over the world.
Well, no. All right. I'm trying to come up with an example where AI. I don't think there is one.
No, there isn't. And like that would be boring. Count? That would be so stupid.
Does RoboCop count?
I've never seen that movie.
He would. Oh, you fucking! Why the hell am I with you?
I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of like 80s and 90s movies.
Why the hell am I with you? Well, RoboCop was like part machine, but I don't know what part of him was still human because he got fucking shot. It was gruesome, man. They were like shit him with like a machine gun and body parts are ripped off in the old version. And like I think his face might have been human, but I don't know if his brain was. I don't know what the hell his deal was, man. Because when he was looking at perps, he would see like the infrared, kind of like Terminator did. So I don't know if he could turn on or off. But now I got to see RoboCop again, damn it. But anyway, my point is that we've made all these movies about how horrible AI is, but yet we're still pushing it. We're creating it. Like you guys know how this ends. You've written the movie. I don't know how many times. Everyone's just going to the theater, spending their money to see these movies about how AI is going to destroy us. As they drive home and fucking talk to AI, hey Siri, can you tell me how to get here? Can you tell me how to get there? And somebody's thinking, it's going off right now because I said those two words. My iPad's going off right now. It's always listening. And you know what? If AI does turn out to be some horrible thing, we deserve it because we gave ourselves the warning many times in advance.
Because we've seen many movies.
Well, these movies are awful.
The movies are telling us what to do.
I don't remember how they even killed this thing. And no, actually, I can't even say what happened because I'll spoil the movie. Check it out, people, and we'll talk about it next week. Afraid's a movie. Another thing I watched was Agatha All Along. I tried to give that a shot. The Disney show, superheroes. Did you watch WandaVision?
I tried. That show was so freaking boring. I could not get into that at all. I gave up.
Crazy Lady saw the movie. She liked it. Oh, thank you. A robot becoming human. Was that, yeah, okay. AI doesn't ever listen to me. Well, because you probably talked to it too late. And it's asleep. AI. Does AI sleep? Can you ever turn that shit off, or is it always listening? I don't know.
It's always listening to me because I get stupid ads on Facebook.
That's right.
I don't need this shit.
Yeah, it's a freaking nightmare, man. But Afraid, check that out. Agatha All Along was pretty decent. It was well, you didn't see it, so you wouldn't know what I'm talking about. But it was basically the woman that she conjured in her fantasy world, who became a big hit on the internet. And she was actually a real character, and I forgot what the hell continuity she ran with in Marvel Comics, but it's okay. It's not the best thing I've seen so far. But the thing about these Marvel shows that I hate is that they're pulling these obscure people that you've never heard of and they're putting them in shows.
Yeah, boring ass fucking people.
That's kind of what this one is to me. It's like
I don't care. So I stopped watching them.
Yeah, I understand.
The only one that I thought was interesting was Loki. And I did like that, but I never went back and watched whatever the hell the new season is. 2, 3, I don't even know what season they're on. I watched the first season and I thought it was amazing. And then it had took so long that I never went back and finish it out. But I did like that show. And I did give WandaVision a couple episodes. Like, I gave that show a fair shot. It was black and white. It was fucking boring as hell. I couldn't get into it. I'm like, fuck this show. I just could not. Mm-hmm. Characters I did not give a crap about. Like, no. Mm-mm.
You wouldn't like this one.
Yeah, no.
I don't think I like this one. I don't know.
Especially if it's a character I've never even heard of. Never even heard of that character. Like, no, thank you. I'm not even going to waste my time.
Well, it's only 9 episodes. I'm definitely going to finish it up because I'm a sucker for anything comic book related. Just to see if anything happens in this.
Did you see Penguin yet?
No, I didn't even know it was out until I saw you watching it. What did you think about that?
I like it. I like it. I can't wait for the next episode. Like, give me all the Penguin.
Is it that good?
Well, for me, I liked it a lot. I enjoyed it.
Does it start with him being like the Penguin? Is he the Penguin, or is he some freaking low level scumbag like he was in that Gotham show?
Well, they're calling him Oswald.
Well, they call him Oswald.
Yeah,
they didn't call him Penguin.
Like he's not. I don't know. No one's calling him Penguin.
Well, they didn't.
Does anyone call him Penguin? Like, how do you know?
They call him sometimes in the comics.
I don't think anyone's ever called him, "Hey, Mr. Penguin."
They've called him Oswald. They've just called him Cobblepot.
Yeah, like I don't know.
They call him asshole. The reason why we're here today.
I don't know, man. I'm trying to think of all the things that I've seen like Penguin in. I'm like, they've never called him Penguin. I don't fucking know.
Oh, jeez. Thank you, sir. Dougie said that the cats are cute. So, your favorite freaking cats. You love these things already. It's like they are on you nonstop.
Tucker is, yeah. Cloud's cuddled a little bit today, but he only takes a little bit. And then he's off, like, tearing the house apart. So,
he only takes a little bit from you, but he is constantly, every time I'm out there, man.
It's because he never gets it from you.
I know.
But Tucker, like...
He never will.
Tucker is, man, he is a cuddler. That cat, he will snuggle right up, man. Right up in my face. Man. Right up on my neck. He's like all over me. But I love it. Yeah. These fucking cats are amazing.
Well, they are cute cats.
Did we talk about their Halloween costume? Yeah, got their Halloween costume.
You did talk about it on the last show, but go ahead and talk about it now.
Yeah, I posted one of the pictures in Discord. Klaus was not happy wearing it. He was pissed off. Of course I put it on Klaus because Tucker was sleeping and Klaus was awake. And it's just a stupid pumpkin hood. It's nothing big. So I put it on him, and he immediately was, like, just headbanging, like, around the house trying to get it off. And then we took a picture. You could see his face. He is pissed. He did not want that on. So it'll be interesting when they're, like, a month from now, a little bit bigger. And maybe I'll take the next picture with Tucker, because he'll be chill. I don't think he'll be like that.
I'm telling you, man. You and a cat.
It's a fucking problem. It's a problem for me. This was your idea. You brought them in this fucking house.
Something to fill the void in this house after Faith died. It was so quiet. We were always saying how empty the house felt after losing our baby.
I know, it sucked.
You know, and now we got these cats in the house because we didn't want to get another dog because it's like
I can't.
It hurt
and
too
I
much.
did think about it for like a split second.
Yeah.
I did because you said this is what we should do. Because you were thinking about cats, whatever, and I'm like, well, what about another dog? Because I did think that. I'm like, well, I miss Faith.
Yeah.
You know, and I miss her, like, freaking the things that she would do and stuff, because Punky does not do any of that shit. She is the most chill fucking dog. Like, and I know she's old, but, like, she's always been that way since the day we got her. She sticks to herself. She just does her own fucking chill thing. She's not a dog.
Yeah.
She's just not.
No, she's not a real dog. She isn't.
So,
what's up, Sam and Radio?
And when Faith was gone, I'm like, I don't know. I kind of want another dog, but like I have since thought about that. I'm like, yeah, no, because you can't do anything. You can't do a cat. You can leave home for hours. Yeah, as long as their bowls are filled and their litter boxes, which we have multiple, are all cleaned out. Like you are good. So
you're right.
I don't think I can do. All the times, like, we're out and we're like, oh, we have to hurry up and get back home and let the dogs out. There
are a lot of advantages cats have over dogs, and ultimately, I would have to say...
And I love the dogs.
Cats
don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, like,
pets.
it's a lot. It's just a lot.
Yeah, cats are better pets. Dogs are better companions, and in my opinion, dogs are just great. I mean, there's just a bond for me and a dog. Like, if you look at a dog's eyes, it's like you can feel what they're feeling, they can feel what you're feeling. It's just a special kind of bond you can't have with a cat. I look at a cat and I just think, oh man, this thing would kill me if it was my size. That's all I can think of when I'm looking at them. Like if we had a cat that was the same size as one of our dogs, that cat would be a problem.
No, it wouldn't. It would be with me all the time.
No, it would fuck us up. We'd both be dead.
Sammy's already asked to get a leash for the cats.
Yeah.
She's like, we got to start them young. I'm like, wait, to walk them? Can you imagine 2 cats on the leash and then Punky in one hand and the cats in the other and just freaking walking them in the neighborhood?
Radio Parlesque just brought something to my attention that I didn't even know. This is our 900th episode today. We had 899 before.
What's wrong with you?
I had no idea. So thank you, Radio Parlesque. Where have you been? I don't know.
Where are the balloons and confetti and, cake and shit?
What does Parlesque mean? No, that will be for our 1000th episode. We're gonna
be no.
That's a long time away.
No.
That's a long time away. All right, let's get here before you start turning into an asshole on me.
Yeah,
and that's the reason why we're here today. For some reason, this is your favorite episode of the week, and I have no idea why.
Because it's the last one, and then you know what? I'm not even excited to get back to the TV because I have nothing to watch. I watched everything.
If you created that word, that's a pretty damn good word. It sounds really like high class. Parlesque, I like it.
It sounds like a word.
Yeah, it does.
But I'm not smart enough to know what the fuck it would mean.
Well, we're idiots. I was actually going to try to use that in a sentence. I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? I bet that word would track in Words with Friends, though. I bet if you put it down in Words with Friends, it would show up. I mean, the fucking QI
Is there still a Words with Friends game? Is that still a thing?
I don't even know why it's even there, seriously. Everyone that cheats when
they all cheat.
Yeah, they all cheat. There's a literal app you can download, screenshot the screen, upload the screenshot to the website, and it gives you the whole entire board.
I know that because I've done it.
Yeah.
I had to.
And you and your dad would tie all the time, and he's like, I'm not cheating. I'm like, get the fuck out
I had to do it because I knew he was cheating. How are you going to tell me XI is a freaking word? Get the hell out of here. What does it even mean? No. Like, he would put up some dumb words.
It means elevated speech. All right. Well,
see, I said it sounded like a word.
I'm watching Propaganda, the Manufacturer of Consent. A crazy lady with the recommendation there. So are you going to check that out? Propaganda, the Manufacturer of Consent. It sounds like something up my alley, actually. And what's up to Just Corey entered the chat? What's going on, buddy? All right, let's do this here. You ready to get some topics? All right. This person wants to know, am I the asshole?
They're all assholes.
Some of them probably will be. The person wants to know, am I the asshole for telling my son that he's not serving lunch detention in front of the teacher who gave it to him?
What? So you're overriding the teacher?
I guess so. So Monday, my son called me from the nurse's office and asked me if I could bring him a clean shirt. I asked why, and he said his shirt was covered in blood. He'd been getting random nosebleeds ever since he had to pull his dead stepdad from the waves after he suffered a heart attack. That combined with starting middle school, hitting puberty, and not getting along with his mom has caused him a great deal of stress. This kid's a freaking hero, man. He saved his pops there. That's pretty damn impressive. Middle schooler? I went to his school and asked if he'd rather just go home, and he said no because they were going to play dodgeball at PE. I said okay. On Tuesday, I got an email from his teacher, Mrs. S., saying that Frankie was assigned detention for not getting a hall pass to go to the bathroom. I asked her to call me because I didn't understand. We spoke and she said Frankie didn't show up to class on Monday. I said yes because he had a massive nosebleed on his way to your class and went to the bathroom to get tissue. It wouldn't stop bleeding, so he went to the nurse. She said he should have gone to the class first and then gotten a pass. I said your class is on the other side of where he was when he started bleeding. Are you saying he should have walked while bleeding to your class to get a pass, and then walked to the bathroom and then back to your class, still bleeding, for another pass to go to the nurse, and then walk to the other side of the campus? That's a lot of activity and blood back and forth in your school. She said students can't decide that they're going to class, and she said she needs to know where they are at all times. I said you did when a nurse called you. And I don't disagree that you need to know where your students are. However, this wasn't like my kid ditched class and committed bank robbery. I said I'll talk to him and make it clear about this, but please nix this detention nonsense. A warning, okay. Detention, that's overkill. She said no. I said, well, he's not doing it, so... Yesterday, me and Frankie met with the VP regarding his nosebleeds. The VP was more concerned that we were getting help and to let Frankie know that he cared. I mentioned the detention thing, and the VP said he would handle it and thought it was insane to punish a kid for getting medical help. He agreed that my kid wasn't trying to avoid class, and he was on my side. As we were leaving, we ran into Mrs. S. and told her that we had a meeting with the VP, and just like I told you, my son isn't serving detention over a nosebleed. She didn't say anything, but beelined it to the VP's office, and I understand she was there for a minute, because then another teacher went and subbed her class for her. This morning, the VP called me and said that he'd wish that I hadn't said anything. I said, well, I wish Mrs. S. was more reasonable and didn't start the whole thing in the first place. And for the record, I'm not some soft dad who lets his kids do whatever they want. However, she's now on suspension. Am I the asshole here?
No. No. And why didn't the nurse just let the teacher know that the kid is in the office with a bloody shirt on and the nose bleeding? Like, what the hell was the nurse doing?
Well, the nurse did.
So then that should have been it. This teacher's a bitch.
This teacher is a real bitch.
Like, yeah, like, no, my kid's not having detention because it's not his fault he got a nosebleed.
The only thing I would say that would lean kind of towards the asshole is that they beeline, like, after it was all handled, you got your kid out of detention by talking to the VP. He said he'd take care of it. You had to throw it in that person's face.
Yeah, that I wouldn't have
on the
done.
way out. I mean, that's just a little bit
I would have
like,
just,
all right.
Taken my kid and left the school. I would not have, in your face. Like,
Yeah,
no, I wouldn't have done that. But that's not the question.
You might even shoot her a look, but, I mean, all she would have did was went to her class, taught the class, and then the VP would have handled it probably later on in the day. But then it had to happen right there, and it threw off her day, threw off his day.
And now she's suspended.
Yeah, I think he's an asshole only because of throwing it in at the end. Because
that wasn't the question. The question was...
But the reason why he was suspended was because... Well, the reason why she was suspended was because she went to the VP's office and something transpired, I'm sure, an argument probably over, like, hey, don't go over my head.
Yeah, but that wasn't the question.
Yeah.
You have to base it on the question they ask, man. Are they an asshole for saying that their kid is not going to do the detention? No.
No, you're not an asshole for that.
He had a bloody nose. And then the teacher didn't care what the hell the nurse was saying? Nothing like... I mean, come on, man. Mm-hmm. This kid's got a bloody shirt walking around. Like, you can't, walk around with your head, back while you're gushing blood, trying to find your way to the stupid classroom to get a pass. Yeah. And she sounds like a teacher she wouldn't give a pass. She'd be like, no, you just sit there and just bleed all over the desk. Here's a couple Kleenexes.
Just put this tissue in your nose and just let it hang there.
That's exactly what she sounds like.
Yeah, she does.
She probably would have even let him change his shirt. So good for this kid for fuck this. I'm going to the bathroom and then to the nurse.
You know what I do when I'm bleeding, you little asshole? I shove a tampon in that bitch. Take some tissue and shut up.
This teacher's a bitch. And you know what? She deserves this suspension, man. That's ridiculous.
I'm with you.
So this guy is not an asshole. Good for him for looking out for his son.
Oh, right. So I thought you said they were all assholes today in the show.
Okay, well, this guy's the exception. Good for him. Good parenting, man. You gotta look out for your kids.
Am I the asshole for staying in a hotel while my best friend was trapped overnight inside the airport? My best friend and I recently went on a trip to the UK.
I would love to go.
It depends where you're going, though. I actually have a UK passport since my dad is British, but my friend had to get a UK visa. We were supposed to take 2 flights, one that would arrive in France and a connecting flight that would fly to the UK. However, the second flight ended up being cancelled. The next available flight wasn't until 2 p.m. the next day, so we'd have to wait around 17 hours. The passengers were allowed to stay in nearby hotels for free. However, this didn't apply to people like my friend, who wasn't legally allowed to leave the airport because she didn't have a visa for Europe. Instead, she had to stay within a specific area of the airport that had these bright ceiling lights that would stay on 24/7. There was construction nearby, so there was this extremely loud drilling noise every so often. All the available seats were taken by other passengers, so my friend had to sleep on the floor. How come they take border security more seriously than we fucking do? That's just ridiculous. If this was America, they would be like, who gives a fuck? Just come on, here, take this debit card, this cell phone. Here's keys to someone's house. Just go fucking move in. It's okay. And here's a car. And here's a Joe Biden and Kamala Harris shirt. Don't forget to vote.
They don't need keys. They just need to squat. Just break in.
Pretty much, yeah.
Just live there.
Pretty much. Where the fuck they live? So all the available seats were taken by other passengers, so my friend had to sleep on the floor. Plus, earlier that day, water got spilled in her phone chargers, and her phone was only on 40%. This friend is having, the worst trip ever.
Yeah.
I had the option to stay with her, but I chose to go to the hotel instead.
Well, who wouldn't, though?
Mm-hmm. She was furious with me, accusing me of being a fake friend. She told me she was scared of being alone in a creepy unknown place and wanted me to be there to comfort her, and I assured her that I'd be back by the morning. Said I was acting selfish for not even spending one night with her, but I hadn't gotten any sleep in over 24 hours, and I didn't see why both of us had to suffer. Am I the asshole?
You're kind of the asshole.
1,000,000% you're the asshole.
You're kind of the asshole. I would want to get into the hotel too, but that's your friend. First of all, why doesn't the friend have a visa? If you're traveling, why don't you have all the documents that you need? And what's the difference between a visa and a passport? What's a visa for?
A passport lets you travel. A visa lets you stay for an extended time, I think.
So you can't just go to a hotel with a passport?
I don't know how that works.
That's weird.
I never travel out of the country, so.
That's fucking weird and bizarre. You can get on the plane, but you can't go to a hotel because a plane is canceled? It's freaking odd. But anyways, yeah, you're kind of an asshole, man. She didn't want to stay. I mean, obviously she's not going to want to stay in a weird country by herself all night long with no one else. She's literally by herself. So, like, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little freaky, man. I don't know. I probably...
In a new... Like, a country that you've never been to before, you don't know anybody. It's like, no.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't even have thought about leaving the hotel or leaving to go to the hotel. I would have been like, fuck this, man. I'm just staying here with you. That's your best friend, dude. You fucking stay. You don't leave them alone.
I would definitely, like, be thinking, like, oh, God, a nice hotel bed would be nice. But, like, I would stay.
Especially considering, hey, she's 20 years old. I mean, she's afraid in a different country... around people that she doesn't know.
Anything could happen in the middle of the night.
Yeah, in a different country, they see her as a tourist. She could have gotten raped or fucking trafficked. Who knows?
Well, apparently not trafficked. She can't leave the freaking airport.
Yeah, there's just no making up for this. I mean, how the hell do you stay friends after this? I would never abandon my fucking buddy there at some fucking hotel or airport. That's fucked up, man.
Yeah. I don't like that.
Selfish scumbag asshole. All right, am I the asshole? Our neighbors well dried up, and we cut them off from using our water.
Well, why are they using your water?
We live in a suburban counties neighborhood in the U.S. All the homes are on well/septic. They're original 1960s ranchers with a few new larger 90s homes sprinkled throughout the neighborhood. We're in a newer 90s house, and the neighbors are in one of the original homes. We each have 2 low-yield wells, and one of theirs has been dried up since before they bought the home. Last week, their good wells stopped working, and they asked my wife if they could fill up buckets for their animals and garden. In the vein of being a good neighbor, she naturally said yes.
So wait, they don't have, like, running water?
No, apparently not.
They have to... I would never buy a house like that. Because in my head, I'm thinking they had to go all the way the hell out in the backyard somewhere in the field, work to get freaking water, and carry buckets of water into the house. Is that really what they're doing? That can't be what they're doing.
I'm not sure. Well, a lot of the well people, you do have to...
Or do they just have a well in their yard, but they still have running water?
I don't know. I had a friend growing up, they had a well in their backyard, but it was more for decoration than anything.
Right. Like
it was nailed shut.
A well that's been there for years, whatever, but you still have, like, pipes and shit in your... I don't know, this is weird.
Well, they've had a well company come out, and they've been messing with both their wells on their own. But these past few days, there's been no work being done, and they provided no update. My wife Assel was up the other day, and they said they have basically been getting the runaround by various companies, and they don't have the time to pursue this any harder. Every day, it's multiple 5-gallon buckets in the morning and evening that they're filling with our hose. Probably 20 to 30 gallons each fill up.
Oh, so the water, they do have pipes, it just goes through from the well. Yeah. Oh, that sucks, dude.
It's 2 adults and 8 kids in the home, a large garden, and a large illegal number of chickens and turkeys. They've clearly brought this on themselves with the heavy, irresponsible water use. They have a bunch of roosters that are not legal and are driving the neighborhood crazy, so I've been kind of irritated that they're supporting their obnoxious rooster operation with our water. Also worried that the increased use in our aquifer will mess our water flow up. But it's pretty cool to say, hey, you can't fill up anymore, you're on your own, so we've been wrestling with what to do. Yesterday they had an older lady walking around their yard yelling and praying for the wells to open up.
Oh my God! She's praying to the gods for rain.
Man. What fucking century are we in here?
Seriously.
Holy shit, man.
She's doing like a rain dance outside. Yelling.
Huge anus entered the shed. What's going on?
Oh my God.
This was the last straw for us. In my opinion, this is a serious problem that requires a serious, timely solution, and you've got a lady basically yelling and doing a rain dance. Last time my wife told the mom next door that we can't provide water anymore and that we could give them another 24 hours of use to figure it out. And then the mom got upset and walked away from my wife while she was speaking to her, which basically makes us feel like we made a bad decision here. So we said, fuck them. If they're going to be rude and ungrateful, not say thank you, then they can just deal with it themselves. Also, none of the other neighbors are going to help because they're upset about the roosters, so they're on their own now, especially after the treatment they gave us. It just make us assholes that we cut them off from water supply.
I don't think so. I do feel bad for them that they have no water. Like, that sucks.
Yeah.
But, like, I Dude, we're assholes.
She praying to Aquaman.
There's no way in hell we would ever let someone come on our property and start using our water.
No.
There's no fucking way.
Well, we have a sign on the door that tells them don't even knock in the first place to ask for it.
Don't be coming and charging your shit with our outdoor outlets. Don't be using our hose. Don't be I would lose my shit. So I don't think they're an asshole because we would do the same thing. Why would you buy a house with well water?
Yeah.
How hard is that to maintain? I don't even know.
Well, it depends on the house. If the house is nice enough. I mean, those 60s houses are pretty nice. Big.
Yeah, they're probably beautiful.
Yeah, big, beautiful.
I wouldn't want to deal with the maintenance, though. Yeah. They're... I don't know. And now they have multiple wells. Oh, my God. And all of them don't work. See, that's a problem.
Huge Anus says it's like a neighbor asking to use your Wi-Fi.
Yeah, no. You're not doing that either.
Hell no, because I don't know what kind of freaks you are, man. You guys are, looking up weird porn, and all of a sudden I get a knock on my door because there's fucking routers in my house, but you're using it, you fucking, Can't be doing that. I would rather let someone take my water and do that. Let me use my Wi-Fi. Hell no.
People in this neighborhood, though, some of them have cool names for their Wi-Fi.
FBI truck or whatever.
FBI surveillance is one of them. The first time I saw that, I'm like, wait, what? And I'm like,
lesbian Nazi hooker porn. I don't think that's illegal though.
What is with these names?
Lesbian Nazi hooker porn?
What the fuck is happening in here, man? Are people just making these names to come in here?
We've got one sent in. Hey, nerds, love you guys. I think we laughed the loudest when you talk about your nerd is high.
Nerd can't speak tonight.
I can't speak. This thing kicked in a little while ago, man, and it's just taken over my soul. I just feel I'm just melting into my robe right now. So anyway, I think we laughed the loudest when you talk about your neighbors because he was the same way. This is from Boogie talking about her husband. Apparently was the same way. Am I the asshole for not answering my door?
Oh no! This is a listener. Am I an asshole?
Boogie sent this one in.
Right.
This isn't their experience. This is one that she found and sent in because we talk about.
Yeah,
our
please
stuff.
don't ever do that because you know what? I'm just gonna. No matter what the fuck you've done, I'm gonna say you're not an asshole.
You're a listener. You are an asshole. Answering doors for strangers is not my thing. It may be trauma from a man chasing me to my door. Or maybe that every time someone knocks is for a favor. And I'm fresh out of anything to do favors for. 2 days ago, my neighbor knocked and I refused to answer. I don't know her and she seemed desperate for something. I felt bad, but the fact is she wasn't screaming for help. Just aggressively knocking for 3 straight minutes.
Can I just say...
What's up?
We've done that, obviously. We've talked about that several times. Where... neighbors have knocked on our doors and we've gone and hidden like they can see through the fucking wall and that so stupid. We go and hide. They can't see that we're here.
Yeah.
But one of our recent shows, I don't remember which one it was, but Sammy had texted me saying that there was someone at the door. There was, because the Facebook page said Jehovah Witnesses were doing the neighborhood that night. So we just didn't hear it because we didn't have faith to freaking bark and let us know. Anyways, so I'm like, well, don't answer. So she ran and hid.
She learned from the best.
When I went out there and she told me, I'm like, oh my God, that's what we do. It's not like they can see through the windows or the wall. She goes, I didn't know what to do, so I ran and hid. And I'm like, oh my God, that's exactly what we did.
It's hilarious, man. But didn't we have the sign up on the door? What? This shows up. They don't.
No, because we had, we had taken it down for a certain reason, and I never put it back up.
Yeah. So I've heard plenty of stories for her nervous behavior to be enough reason to not answer. As it turns out, she had an earring back stuck in her ear that she needed help taking out. And she made sure to mention it to my husband in the elevator today. She went on about how incredibly rude it was for me to not even try and hear her out or inch the door open. My husband was baffled and just shook her off. There's been a lot of banging now coming from her side of the wall, where she knows my baby sleeps.
Oh, bitch.
This has never been an issue before, and I'm wondering if what I did was enough reason for her to be this angry. Should I apologize? Am I an asshole?
No, you're not an asshole.
No, you're not supposed to... I mean, if someone knocks on your door, you're not obligated to answer it just because you're knocking. Just like if someone calls you on the phone, you're not obligated to answer.
If I don't know you, I'm not answering. And if I do know you and I don't know that you're coming, I'm not answering.
Yeah.
Like, there needs to be a warning. Hey, can I stop by in a couple hours? Or, hey, do you have any plans tomorrow? Or whatever. Like, I need a freaking notice.
Exactly.
Not, like, 30 seconds, not 5 minutes, because that's happened and I've blown the fuck up. Like, no, I need, like, I'm just asking to be reasonable. Give me a couple hours at least. Or I'm not answering the damn door. So, no. Like, that sucks that, the earring back was stuck in her ear. That sucks. But, like, you can't, no.
It makes perfect sense.
Go to another neighbor.
Yeah, exactly. Like, why does it have to be this side? Do you got a neighbor on the other side? And it sounds like they're in an apartment complex.
Sounds like an apartment complex or a condo.
If it's a duplex, then it's like, okay, you only got one person there. You can.
But you can go outside and go to a neighbor that's across the street or something.
Earring? How hard can that be to get out an earring back? I mean, I haven't worn earrings really in a long time, but they.
No, but that's gotta hurt.
Oh, I'm sure it does, but I mean, they're not the hardest thing. Sometimes they get stuck, but you can easily just get your fingernail in there and yank that bitch out. I don't know.
Yeah, that's not your responsibility. You don't have to enter your damn door if you don't want to.
Because you're not asking to borrow salt. You're asking for me to help you out, and if I slip, I could hurt you.
But now they're causing a problem. See, this neighbor is now causing a problem because they're banging on the wall where your baby sleeps. So now we're gonna have issues.
Now there's gonna be a problem. That's why
I don't have to answer my door, but you are gonna have to like calm the fuck down when my kid is trying to sleep. So now this is a whole war, is what this is.
There would just be problems from here on out. I mean, you don't want to start problems with your neighbors. That's why you never initiate any contact with your neighbors. The second you do, you open that floodgate, and before you know it, you're doing favors all the time, or they're always knocking, or they're always asking for something because you did it once for them, so they're going to expect you to do it again. Just not worth it. Not the asshole here.
No.
Would I be the asshole? We love these hypothetical ones. I know you do.
I hate them.
Would I be the asshole if I asked my gym mate to not play the same songs on repeat? So,
what?
Yeah, don't play the same songs.
They don't have, like, earplugs or something?
Yeah, you would think that they're
like
playing
AirPods or whatever? Like,
yeah, just bring your own. So I go to gymnastics class. One of the participants, who we'll call Ben, is a DJ. My gym teacher tends to rely on him to play the music for our sessions. The main issue is that Ben tends to play the same 7 songs on repeat, and at this point I'm a little annoyed with how repetitive the music selection is. I started putting AirPods in to address the issue. However, the issue is they don't work for everything, especially when you're going upside down. Plus, I am worried he will notice and be offended, just as I am worried I would unintentionally be criticizing his taste in music if I asked him to change the music. Would I be the asshole if I asked him to change it?
I don't think so.
No.
Who wants to listen to the same damn 7 songs every week?
Well, he's a DJ and he's getting paid, so therefore he has to take requests from the people that are paying.
Tell him, mix it up. Like, come on.
Be like, dude, I fucking love Beyonce and all, but I mean that fucking Cowboy Carter song is a little fucking ridiculous.
Seriously, when they on the radio, back when we used to listen, if they played a song a million times, like you get sick of it after a while.
Yeah.
I can't stand Hootie and the Blowfish and Dave Matthews Band.
Because of the fucking working in the supermarket.
Oh my god, I hate it. It's just, oh my god, back in the day, that's all they would fucking play. It was like every 10 minutes, the fucking same song was on. And I can't hear the same shit over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Although, give me some Taylor Swift and I'm good.
But if it's the same 7 songs over and over again?
Well, I'm only saying that because on our drive down here, it was nothing but Taylor Swift on the fucking radio.
No P. Diddy. I'm with you, Brian. No, the whole thing with the drive here was a nightmare, and I had to ban Taylor Swift for the rest. I'm like, there's no Taylor Swift. The second we hear a chord, it changed this damn station.
Oh, and it wasn't just one song either. It was like multiple songs.
Yeah, you would change the station. You were doing your job. You were changing the station, and it'd be another Taylor Swift song. So I'm like, all right, do it again. Another station.
Oh, God.
Turn the radio off. Taylor Swift would still be playing. So it's like, what the hell, man? Put on AM radio, anything. And there it was. Am I the asshole for not letting my best friend move in after she lost her apartment? So here's the situation. I've been in a nice 1-bedroom apartment for the past couple of years. My best friend Sarah was recently evicted from her apartment because she couldn't pay rent. She reached out to me asking if she could stay with me for a couple of months until she gets back on her feet. Now don't get me wrong, I love her. We've been friends for over 10 years. But the thing is, I've helped her out financially more times than I can count. I lent her money to cover bills, her car payments, and even her rent once. She's never paid me back, and that's okay.
What the fuck is she doing?
Making it rain, apparently. I wish I would put the age in here so we can kind of put some perspective on there. Every time I've asked, she's given me excuses or said she's struggling. I don't want to be taken advantage of again, so I put a stop to it. On top of that, I'm a bit of a homebody, and I really value my personal space. I'm worried that if she moves in, it'll end up becoming a permanent situation and I'll be stuck living with her. Plus, we have very different lifestyles. She's very extroverted, always has people over, and stays up late. Meanwhile, I'm more introverted, need peace and quiet, especially after work. I offered to help her find a cheaper place to stay and even said I'd loan her some money to get started. So this guy gave his best friend money that over the years to do random stuff and never paid him back.
How do you know it's a guy?
Is this a guy? I think he...
Because he's talking about a female. Are you sure it's a guy?
I think he might have... You know what? Maybe not.
I don't think so, man.
See, I was picturing a gay guy in my head.
Get your... See,
I don't know why.
Up.
Well, I'm trying not to say that word because we're live right now. I'm trying to be nice. Well, the thing is, like, this person didn't want to give money. And they said, listen, I had to cut it off. They were asking for too much money. And then she's like, can I live with you? And then they're like, no, I'd rather give you money to get your own place. So this person must be really annoying to live with or be around.
Well, no, it's just this person's like us and wants their own space and they don't want to... It's a one-bedroom apartment. Mm-hmm. Like, so it's probably small. I wouldn't want someone for months. It's not even... They didn't even say a couple of weeks. They said a couple months.
Yeah, now she's giving me the cold shoulder and even told some of our mutual friends that I'm being a bad friend for not helping her in her time of need. So am I the asshole for not letting her move in?
No. Nope. Especially if you... Here's the reason. You have loaned her money multiple times. Yeah. She's never paid you back. She's always struggling. You're constantly having to bail her out of shit. She lost her apartment. What is she... Is she working? Like, what is she doing with her money? That this person has paid their car, has paid their rent, has paid their bills, and this person still got kicked out. What is this person doing?
I'm thinking they're younger. They got to be younger.
Oh, I'm sure they're young. But, like, what are you doing?
Partying.
You can't just depend on your friend to keep bailing you out of shit.
That's tough, man. I mean, you're not obligated to let them move in with you.
No, not an asshole. Like,
asshole.
You've already loaned out how much fucking money, paid all their shit. You're not moving into my small one-bedroom apartment and then invite all your friends over because you like to party. That's not... No. Mm-hmm. No.
Okay.
And that's probably what they're doing with their money. Because they were saying that they're constantly having friends over and stuff. They're probably, like, buying snacks and shit. Alcohol and whatever. Yeah. That's where their money's going. No, you're not moving in.
Am I the asshole for not changing her reservation to accommodate my sister's new boyfriend?
Oh, God.
We had a group date night for me, my wife's best friend, and my sister and her new boyfriend, Tyler. It was for a sushi place that my wife and her friend picked. My wife had to put her credit card down for the reservation because it was a Saturday night and it was a larger party. On the way to the restaurant, my sister said in the group chat, "Let's meet here," which is another restaurant, instead ignoring our reservations. My wife told my sister that she can't because of the cancellation fee. My sister tried to say Tyler doesn't eat fish, so let's go here and we can all chip in on the cancellation. My wife's best friend said no. It's rude, the reservations are in less than 30 minutes. So we were going to the sushi restaurant for dinner like planned. Tyler and my sister show up late and Tyler announced it is because they had to stop somewhere for him to eat before they showed up. Tyler was rude to us and the waitstaff and he didn't have any of the beers he wanted on tap. Although he already ate, he said he wanted to try some of these ginger barbecue wings and he hated them and complained to everyone about them for the rest of the meal. We didn't really interact much with Tyler after that. We didn't really like the first impression that he gave off. Both my wife, her friend, and my husband are all Latino, so they speak in a Spanglish mixture. It's not hard to follow. I'm white, and so is my sister and Tyler. Tyler gets grumpy when someone says mas at the table and asks him to speak in English, as if mas was something that is complicated to understand.
Oh my God, he sounds like a douchebag, dude.
The whole dinner was a shit show because of Tyler's attitude. Then he broke up with my sister later that week, saying she was spoiled and blaming her family for being rude to him.
Oh my God.
I told my sister it was no loss because Tyler was a dick. My sister said my wife and I are the dickheads because we had to get sushi after she tried to get us to go someplace else. I told my sister we were not canceling reservations for one person 20 minutes before we have to check in. I told my sister Tyler was a rude, childish dickhead and I'm glad he broke up with her so I don't have to see his fucking face again. My mom texted me later saying I need to apologize because my sister had been crying all day over the situation and broken up about it. I told my mom that if she had met the dude, she would feel the same way, but my mom thinks I'm the asshole for saying horrible things to her in case they got back together. Am I the asshole?
He's the asshole for saying it the way he did to her, but the question was he an asshole for not changing the reservations or something? And I don't think so. I don't think so, because the sister knew, when the reservation was made, the sister knew where they were supposed to go. So you waited all this time and waited till the last minute to say that we need to switch it up and go somewhere else. Mm-hmm. Like, that's stupid. How was it not agreed upon before the reservation was even made?
Yeah.
In the group chat or whatever. Like, hey, where does everyone want to meet up? Where does everyone want to eat dinner? Mm-hmm. How was that not even... I don't understand.
Well, I'll tell you what. I think he is an asshole. Only because... And this Tyler guy, just like Mr. BP here says, he sounds like a punk-ass bitch.
Yeah, he sounds like a douche.
he definitely is one. But... You got to think of it this way, and I'm speaking from personal experience here because I got 3 sisters, and they've brought home multiple scumbags over the years growing up. And you say something bad or put some input in, like, "Hey, this guy's a piece of shit." You know what happens? You lose your sister, and it's happened to me many times. I'm telling you. And then they get beaten up, or something happens, and they get broken up with, and then they come back to the family, and that's just how it is. You just got to let them make their own mistakes. Problem is that a couple of times these assholes made children with the sisters and they're stuck in their life. So it's like, do you always want to have that bad first impression, or do you want to try to make something work in case it turns into a longer term thing with your sister and him?
What? So no, the question is he an asshole?
No, this is where I'm going with it.
Yeah.
I'm saying he's an asshole because she already came up with a solution. Hey, we'll split the cancellation fee. Can we just go somewhere else? If this is your first time meeting a guy that your sister is crazy about, if you're close with your sister, you maybe do it for her. So you can meet this guy, get a feel for him, and then if it works out, you have a good first experience. Hey, we went and had a nice dinner together. Now this is their first experience. Let's say in 20 years, her and this guy are still together. And they're like, yeah, your brother was a fucking asshole to me, or whatever. You know what I mean? It's just a bad look, I guess. I don't know.
I don't care. She waited until like 30 minutes before the reservation. Yeah. Where were you... canceling the... I don't understand. Yeah. It's been days. You don't just...
Now the guy dumped her, and it's just like, now you got to deal with that with the SAR.
The reservation was not made that day.
Yeah.
I don't understand. As soon as you knew where the reservation was, you should have said something then. You waited until the last minute. Fuck you. I'm not changing it. We've been thinking about this sushi all week.
Tyler would have been a punk-ass bitch no matter where they went. Yeah, I mean, if it's inside you.
Like, come on, man. Like, no, this person's not the asshole. The sister should have said something like, "Oh, my boyfriend can't eat that."
Yeah. I'm leaning more towards not the asshole too, but I can definitely see him being an asshole because I mean, I've lived it, so I kind of see him as an asshole.
This is the sister's fault. Yeah. It's not like it was sprung up on her last minute. Like, this is where we're going.
I could go either way on this one and be happy with the answer.
Yeah, I don't know. The sister's an idiot because if she had suggested a few days ago, hey, let's can we eat here instead? He can't have sushi or he doesn't want sushi, and then I'll help split the cancellation fee. If it had been days before, I guarantee that would have been no problem.
Yeah.
She waited until 20-30 minutes before the reservation. You can't do that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that one. That was a good one. I could have gone either way with it, man.
There is no other way.
You, man, I lived it, man. I lived it. We had my one sister. She left for like months. We didn't see her, and then she comes back one day with her fucking bag. Like, yep.
I don't have time for people last minute, man. I don't care who you are. Like, no.
No, I know this. All right, so this is going to be your favorite one of the show. We got one more to go here.
That's the last one.
And this is the last one. Is that why it's your favorite?
Yeah.
Well, thanks for telling me. I'll let you choose here. So it's
can I just bitch about this? How fucking dark it's getting.
Yeah, it's that time of the year.
And Sammy's now going to the bus stop in the pitch blackness. I don't like that. When is daylight savings or whatever daylight switching time? When the hell is the
first day of fall? It should be coming up this month, I believe, right? No, next month.
It's just
October.
It's so dark. Like what the? And I know, obviously, I know it gets darker sooner and stuff. I just feel like it's. I didn't remember it happening in September. I thought it was October.
And the rough thing,
it's so
too.
Dark out.
We got Halloween coming up, and I don't know how that's going to look because you know how Halloween's just a weird time, especially here. It's like sometimes we get really good Halloween, sometimes we get shitty ones.
Listen, we got the daycare center across the street. We're going to have some trick or treaters this year.
Yeah, it'll be one rush. It'll be them. It'll be the children of the fucking corn walking across the street.
I don't know. We got that big, beautiful house that they just built on that tiny ass lot.
Hopefully they got kids.
So maybe a nice family will move in there with some kids.
Hopefully.
And they'll light their front porch, and maybe we won't be in the dark anymore.
It'd be nice if we had a nice little baby boy moving in across the street. There's an opportunity there for that, so who knows?
Yeah.
All right, so here are your two choices. Whichever one we don't get to today, we'll get to next time. Am I the asshole for telling people that I don't want to cut my hair and it's my choice? Or am I the asshole if I invite everyone from my husband's friend group except this one bitch to our wedding reception?
I have to hear that one, man.
There's this one bitch.
There's one reason. There's a reason for it. So give me that one.
What do you think the reason is before we read this one? You
think she's probably flirting with him or something. So? There's something shady going on.
Shahid, hello, welcome to the chat.
Women are catty.
November 3rd, Brian goes. He says that's the day. November 3rd. That's
November 3rd? Wow. And it's this dark already?
Yeah, it seems like it's real. We had that tropical storm. Maybe that's part of it leaving, I guess.
So she's going to be walking... Really? Yeah. Why do I feel like it's so early for it to be like... Oh, you know what it is?
What's that?
She gets an earlier bus now because she goes to a different school that's far away. That's what it is. Because she's literally going in the pitch fucking black to the damn bus stop. And I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, it's so damn dark. That's what it is. That's why I'm thinking, okay, alright, that makes sense. It took a minute for me to figure that out. But it's still getting dark early at night, too.
Yeah. Well, and before we end the show today, I did want to throw out an idea that I had for the show that I brought to you earlier for the live shows. But let's get this one out the way first. This is the last topic of the show. Am I the asshole if I invite everyone from my husband's friend group except one bitch to our wedding reception?
This better be a good catty reason, man. Please be catty.
It's a longer one, so let's hop on in. So I'm 25. I've been married to my husband, who's 27, for a year now. But we're finally having the reception in December this year. My husband has a friend group that he's been friends with since high school. They went to school together. Besides us, it consists of 5 couples and 3 single people. The girl who's 27, I mentioned, is the only single girl in the group. So let's call her Tiffany. So she's probably hot. She's got a hot girl name. I mean, Tiffany. So I'm picturing some like busty.
Okay, man, stop it.
Blonde with pink lipstick.
Jesus Christ.
The year's 1992. Tiffany dated one of the guys, who's also 27, for 5 years before breaking up with him after she cheated on him. He quickly moved on and started dating a younger coworker who's 24. They've been dating for 2 years now. She was very bitter over the breakup and caused a stir in the friend group, even though it was all her fault. I'm considering not inviting her due to an incident that happened last year during Christmas. That year, we all got gifts for each other. We hosted the Christmas event at our house, and everyone came on time except her. Not only was she late, she also didn't greet my husband and I, but she greeted everyone else. She also got everyone gifts except for my husband and I, citing that she only got gifts for the real couples.
Wait, what?
For the real couples. She only got gifts
What's
for the
her
real
problem
ones.
with these two, though? She dated someone different.
Yeah.
So what's the beef here? That wasn't even mentioned. I'm so confused.
I know. This one got me here. The real couples. What's the point? I mean,
they're married. How is that not a real couple? What happened? There's some beef she's not saying.
Yeah, something's going on there. I brushed it off the first time, but she said it again twice more throughout the night. She left early, and everyone, including us, were confused as to why she acted like that. Most of the friend group sided with us, but a girl and a guy were defending her, claiming her social awkwardness and inability to read social cues or why she acts the way she did. I felt like her words and actions were so deliberate, like there's no way she forgot to get us gifts or greet us. She knew better. It felt rude on purpose. Even though half of the group dislike her, the other half are still fond of her and close to her. They hang out with her regularly. We still hang out with them too, but without that girl in attendance. Tiffany also reacted poorly to the news of my pregnancy. Yeah, she's jealous. I think she's got a thing for that guy.
Yeah, there is something going on.
She's trying to break them up or just being really nasty and bitter towards them, especially her. She asked if it was an accident, if we truly loved each other, etc. It was the strangest reaction I ever had.
What?
Yeah.
Who says that?
For some context, I dated my husband for 2 years before our engagement and marriage. We have a baby. We have also known each other for 10 years, and we were close friends for most of that time before we started dating. I was not part of this friend group until we started dating, even though I also went to school with them. My husband also isn't close to her and never has been. They have never really gotten along. She's really sweet to the other women in the friend group except me. We're the only married couple with a baby in the group. Everyone else is dating seriously. No engagements yet. Okay, so she said that because they're not a real couple, they're married. I guess that's her thing. So like they're all, because they're mostly single, they're still younger, they haven't met that person who had babies yet. So they're saying that they're pretty much like old fogies living the married life with a kid. I think that's what she meant, but it's still a bitchy thing to do. It's like you're going to punish your friends for you not having a baby. Is that your deal? What's up, Kirsten? How you doing?
I don't like this. I don't like this Tiffany.
Yeah. I don't like her either. She's a real bitch, man. I'm making this post because I'm reading that it's rude to exclude one person out of a whole friend group to a wedding. Just wondering if I'm on the wrong for this.
Yeah, but it's your reception.
Yeah.
This is your reception. And she has been rude for the last year.
Well, just wondering if I'm on the wrong for this. My husband's supportive and we both don't want to invite her. It just sucks because his friends really like this girl and half the friends group of mine like her too. So it's like...
Yeah, but that's not their wedding.
Yeah, they're creating a crazy situation here.
It's not... I don't give a crap.
Space Cowboy, what's up?
It's already... The reception's already a year or two late.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So you know that they were struggling to pay for the wedding. So they pushed the reception or whatever. Mm-hmm. Whether it was due for money or COVID or whatever the hell they had to push it for. So, like, that's another mouth to feed. Why would you want to have an extra mouth who is just a complete bitch with her stupid freaking comments and shit? I wouldn't want her there. That would make me miserable.
You know what would bother me more, though?
That would bother me so much, freaking having her there.
Is not inviting her and then having her texting everyone that's there the whole time and then, like,
well, then you know what? Make a freaking rule. Everyone put your phones in the basket.
But then that makes you look like the bad guy and a petty human being and everyone looks at you differently, you know? You see where I'm going, though, with that?
No, because people actually do that now. Not everybody, they do. But they do because they don't want people taking pictures and videos. They have a photographer for that. They don't want things put on social media. Yeah. You can make up some stupid excuse. Mm-hmm. Everyone put the phones in, like, a basket. You know, we have our own photographer, blah, 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 that will take pictures and videos and, you know, whatever. Yeah, no, I would not. I would not. You and your husband both don't want her there. I don't give a shit if my friends want her there. It's not their wedding. Not the asshole. Nope. Mm-mm.
I don't know.
Mm-mm. I'm not going to sacrifice my happiness to make all our friends happy.
I do not like that chick.
For one person.
Yeah, I do not like her at all. I don't like the Tiffany girl, but the thing is
I do feel
you're going to have issues with these friends.
I do feel like not everything's being talked about. I feel like things are missing. Like, it was just, like, random. Like, this person is just like, oh, you're not a real couple. There's other beef there that this person did not say in this story. I'm telling you. Mm-hmm. It just feels like there are holes in this story that we don't know everything.
Yeah.
It doesn't... She immediately came to Christmas with no gift. She came late...
She's the only girl she doesn't like.
Weird. It's very weird, and I don't feel like we're getting all the details. So, I'm not saying that this person that wrote it is in the complete right, because I feel like this person's leaving some shit out. But I would not invite this Tiffany to the reception. That's just me.
So you're skeptical because it makes the one person sound really weird and bad?
Yeah, it's just like... I
can see that.
There's a reason why she didn't bring a gift for you two. Like, why? Mm. The husband's in the friend group. She brought a gift for everybody else. Why didn't she get one for him? It's weird.
Extremely weird.
Something happened. Something happened that this woman is not saying.
Yeah, I mean... I don't know. I still have to say she's an asshole because to me it would just be better to deal with one person you hate as opposed to creating a whole situation where everyone there is going to be looking at you like, yeah, she's texting us the whole time because she's going to know when the party is and people are going to keep tabs, especially the ones that are mutual friends.
And I'd be like, are we friends? I'm not friends with her. She's not my friend. This is my wedding.
It just creates a whole fucking world of tension.
Well, then you know what? They all need to grow up and realize, like, it's not their party.
No, I agree with you. They should. So I mean,
know what? I will sit there on the dance floor by myself.
Yeah, just to be petty. But that's the thing. We are petty, happy.
With my stupid bush beer just sitting there. Like, no one shows up because I didn't invite the one stupid friend. That would be me, and I would be smiling. Yeah. Completely fucking happy. Fuck you all then.
I live for moments like this personally. I live for moments where I can just get someone back.
Seriously, like this person,
shit that's been done to me.
From what that story said, this person's a bitch. I wouldn't invite her, so fuck it.
Yeah. All right, so there you go. You got it there. Another episode, another podcast for that ass. Another live Friday show. We're hours up. But I do have something I wanted to talk about here, and something I brought to your attention. That sometimes when we're doing a show, like people will try to call in and whatnot, you know, like when we're just doing a show, like a call will come in and we'll just ignore it. So I was thinking to myself, we get a lot of people pop in and out of the chat where we're doing these. What if we open up the calls while we're doing the assholes, just to get a live opinion of someone. Like, if you want to...
You're gambling.
Do you want to dispute us on this asshole story? Do you want to give your opinion? If you're the asshole or not, we'll throw it over and take a call. And we'll keep it limited, though. Like, we'll do like a minute. 2 minutes. But definitely only talking about the asshole stuff. We're not doing like, hey, nerd, we think about this Kamala Harris quote or Donald Trump
that's
thing.
What's I'm telling you, that's what it's going to turn into. It's going to be something like that, or someone's going to come in, call in with some weird shit, and it's going to have nothing to do with anything that we're talking about. We're going to get some people that come in here and troll.
That's okay.
No.
Okay.
See, then everything goes to hell. Like, this is nice. This is nice
I will
and
say,
quiet.
Thank you. God bless.
You're reading the chat. Like, everyone is, and then you open that phone line and all hell breaks loose.
Well, we'll give it a shot. If it gets crazy,
the only people I would trust to call in are Crazy Lady Brian, Scotland, Sherry.
Our regulars. So.
Yeah.
No, if you guys want to call in, like, if you're one of the regulars, you can call in. You can talk. You can talk for a couple of minutes and we'll bullshit.
Other people, like, what was... You had 2 porno names in there. What was it?
No, they weren't porno names. It was just comments that were said.
Oh, I thought those were their names.
No, not their names.
I'm like,
they were saying the comment.
I'm like, names like that, I'd be like a little worried to answer the phone call.
He's going to call from India.
Yes, scary. That's gambling. You don't know what you're going to get.
Well, you know what? We're going to give it a shot. I don't know when we're going to do it. It might not be next Friday. Who knows? But we're definitely going to give it a shot. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, because you're hot.
Fuck it, we'll do it next week. We'll do it next week. Why not? We'll do it next week. We'll open up the phone lines. We're not going to take calls the entire show, but we're going to do an asshole top today. We're going to throw it over. We'll talk about it over the weekend together, and then we'll talk about it more on the show Monday or Wednesday. Just make sure you hit the subscription button. Subscribe on Podbean, the app.
This'll get interesting.
Phone lines are open next week, babe. Now listen, if you do want to talk about politics and stuff, we can do that another time. Not on Friday. Not on Friday. I will gladly accept your call on another thing. You don't want to do politics, so we're not going. Fridays are non-politic day, crazy shit day. We'll do that Monday and Wednesdays. But if you want to do that, send an email and you'll tell them where to find us.
You can find us at Voice of Misery on all platforms and voicesofmiserypodcast@gmail.com.
Thank you guys. A lot of new faces in the chat tonight. Hope you guys hit the subscribe button, and thank you. Have a good night. We'll see you next time.